This is going to be a 2-part video. It'll be too long to post it all at once. So please watch both parts because it all goes together and I don't want you to miss the important message in it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, the great apostasy. Now, brethren, concerning the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ and our gathering together to him, we ask you, not to be soon shaken in mind or troubled, either by spirit or by word or by letter, as if it was from us, as though the day of Christ had come. Let no one deceive you by any means, that day will not come upon unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Do you not remember when I was still with you, I told you these things, and now you know what is restraining, that he may be revealed in his own time. For the mystery of lawlessness is already at work, and only he who is now restraining will do so until he is taken out of the way. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the breath of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. I want to say that we are in the time of this right now, and I'm going to share why I believe that. So here goes. It is the 7th of August, the 3rd of Av in the Hebrew. So I say all that because I'm going to be talking about the fall feasts that are coming up on October the 4th through the 6th and later in October. So the first thing I wanted to share is that over the years, since about 2017, the Lord really began speaking to me, my kids, my family, through dreams and visions, which he said he would. So I'm going to be sharing a few things that kind of he's put together for me and really in a powerful way. So I want to start with a couple weeks ago, my mom called me and she had to share a dream that she had. And she said, Amber, you know that I don't dream. She said, if I dream, it's butterflies and rainbows and chocolate. So this particular dream, she was at my grandmother's house that is now her house that her dad had built. So it's been in the family for 3 generations. And my mom's living in it now. Grandmother and grandfather passed away in 2011. So my mom said in her dream she had walked out of the house and, down the front porch steps and was looking at her phone. And she was trying to do something on her phone and she couldn't because all of a sudden on the screen, it took over the screen, was a man. He was a Middle Eastern man with a gray suit. She said he had curly shoulder-length hair and a beard and a mustache. And he was speaking in another language, which we know to be Arabic. And she could not turn her phone off. She had to sit and listen to it. And so she was trying to turn it off, and the phone was completely taken over. She said she went inside, and my grandmother was there, and she said she was helping her pack because it was time to leave. She knew it was time to go. She didn't know where she was going. They were just packing to leave. And that was the end of the dream. Well, I asked my mom, I said, did you get a good look at his face? Would you recognize him if you saw him? She said, yes. And I knew immediately to look up this one particular man, and I'm going to show you. I asked her, is this him? And she said, yes. So, let you see what's on the screen. And she basically said his hair was a little bushier, not straight back. That is face and beard, and this is the man that she saw in her dream. Interestingly enough, there was another man, Brandon Biggs, who was taken into the tribulation by Jesus and literally saw this exact same man in a gray suit
was instructing them on what to do. He had all the wisdom. He was very, very powerful in demeanor, the way he carried himself. He was wearing a gray suit, and he was a Middle Eastern man. And so
they saw the exact same thing. A few days later, the 5th of August, I woke up from a series of dreams, and I kept hearing over and over in my mind, like, I don't know if this is like a word of knowledge. The Holy Spirit was speaking to me this, but I kept hearing 2 in a field, 1 is taken, 1 is left. I kept hearing that over and over, which we know is right here in Matthew 24, verse 40. Then 2 men will be in a field, 1 will be taken and the other left. That is the verse I kept hearing over and over. So then I was making my coffee and I thought, I need to go look this up and I need to go study into it. Is this the rapture? I know there's different takes on it, where the 1 is taken is the wicked that are taken, and the 1 left is the righteous. So there's beliefs for that. There's also beliefs for the person taken is taken in the rapture. In the context of this, it's no one knows the day or the hour, so keep that in mind. I'm going to get into that. But I want to say that while I was making my coffee, Dylan gets up. She wakes up and she comes in and she says, and I have her right here because I want her to share this. She says, Mom, I had this dream, and she had a smile on her face, so I knew it was a good dream. Go ahead, Dylan.
So I was in this field with me, my brother, and my sister. Then we hear this loud horn, just like this. Yes.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really long, you said.
And then the sky opened up while the horn was blowing, and all of these angels come down getting people. And I think all the angels that were grabbing people were their specific angel, because Jesus said that everyone has their own angel that watches over them mostly, because it's their angel that they were probably born with.
Okay, you're talking about the verse where it says, don't harm one of these little ones because their angels appear before the Father every day?
Yes.
Saying that we each have an angel?
Yeah.
So you felt like this was the angels that were grabbing the people, everybody's personal angel that was assigned to them at birth?
Yeah.
Or, okay. How did the angel pick you up?
They went up behind you and wrapped their hands around your belly.
Around your waist?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they flew back up. But I didn't really get to see anything on the way up. It just was like,
super fast. Yeah. Like a twinkling of an eye.
Yeah, do this. Yeah, like
that. Like you snap your finger. Like, go ahead.
Then got up to the throne room. I saw like 2 angels talking to each other.
In the throne room?
No, like out sitting in the gold city.
So when you got there, you said you saw everything was gold.
Yes.
Even the ground you walked on.
Yes.
And it was a gold city.
Yeah.
Okay.
One single thing was not gold.
Everything was gold.
Except for like the grass and the trees.
So you saw that too?
Yeah.
Was it very beautiful?
Yes. But then I saw Jesus sitting on his throne.
What does his throne look like? Was it all light?
I don't know.
Okay, you couldn't see it.
No.
You told me it was just light.
Yes.
So what Dylan saw was this, Matthew 24:31. And he will send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they will gather together his elect from the 4 winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Thank you, Dylan, for sharing that.
You're welcome.
It's all on the same page here, so no one knows the day or the hour. 2 men will be in the field, 1 taken, the other left. I'm going to read this real quick. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as in the days of Noah were, so also will be coming of the Son of Man. For as in the days before the flood, they were eating, drinking, and marrying, given in marriage, until the day Noah entered the ark. I see the 2 in the field, because it says, and they did not know till the flood came and took them all away, that it was that time, right? no one knew until it was actually that time. It just happened just like that. Then 2 men will be in the field, one taken, the other left. So the taken, to me, it seems like being in the ark, being in Noah's ark, being in the Ark of the Covenant. That's how I interpret this. To watch and pray always that you will be accounted worthy, as Luke 21:36 says, to escape all these things and to stand before the Son of Man, right? That's Luke 21:36. To escape. It's talking about a taken, being caught up, which, let's see, 1 Corinthians 15. Now it will happen in an instant, in the twinkling of an eye, of his eye. For when the last trumpet is sounded, the dead will come back to life. We will be indestructible and we will be transformed. That's the Passion Translation. Let me go to the New King James here. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. Okay, for the trumpet will sound. It is pretty much saying the same thing in Matthew 24. Jesus, he sat down with his disciples privately, and they said, tell us when these things will be and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age. Okay, so he goes through and he tells them all of the things to look for. Wars and rumors of wars, people deceiving, saying that they're Christ and that they're going to be deceiving, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famines, pestilences, earthquakes. There was just an earthquake in California. I mean, there's all these things are the beginning of sorrows. These are the beginning of the labor pains of the woman who is going to give birth. They will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you. We know this is already happening. This isn't just the 5th seal of Revelation. Cry of the martyrs. This is the seals, right? But then we get to the 6th seal. I looked when he opened the 6th seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake. The sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood. We have not seen this yet. And then the sky receded as a scroll when it is rolled up. Okay, this is the time when it says, hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath has come. And who is able to stand? Who can stand? Those who have watched and prayed that they might be worthy to escape all these things and to stand before the Son of Man. This, to me, is the same thing mentioned here in Matthew 24. It says the sign of his coming. What would be the sign of his coming? Well, the sign of the Son of Man. He will send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they will gather together his elect. This is exactly the dream Dylan was given. She's told me that she was taken. She's had other dreams where she was caught up, and it was to the clouds, and it stopped. And then she woke up, and she's like, why am I never going up all the way? You know, I want that to happen. Well, I said, well, just pray. Maybe the Lord will give it to you. Ask him, and ask and it will be given. Well, she's prayed this for months, maybe a year, that he would give her a dream of going all the way up. Well, she said to me, Mom, I didn't just stop in the clouds this time. We went all the way up, and I got to see the highest heaven, she said. And I said, how did you know it was the highest heaven, the 3rd heaven? She said, because his throne was there. I saw his throne. Jesus was on his throne. And she got to see the streets of gold and the heavenly city. So she got caught up to the New Jerusalem, I believe.